out of the river to eat that shit. Now go on, get out of here. Go on. Go on, get. Go on. Hey. Get out of here. A little early for you two to be quitting, ain't it, girl? Or is it Christmas?
Girls yourself. Ain't Christmas neither.
That hell bitch, you turned his back on her and she went and bit a hunk out of him.
I'm glad you got here before fall, Newt. You've been missing you.
It's supper time.
Either that or old Bolivar's calling up bandits. We hear you. We hear you. Sure we hear you. God, Woodrow, as long as you worked around horses, I think you'd know better than to turn your back on a Kiowa mare.
You want to think something, why don't you think that roof back up on the barn instead of sitting in the shade all the time?
Well, I'm glad I ain't scared to be late.
I don't recommend you much.
Can we eat now, or do we have to wait till the argument's over?
You will starve if you wait for that. Many thanks. You ever get tired of loafing? I reckon you can get a job waiting on table.
Oh, I had a job waiting tables once. It was on a riverboat. I wasn't no older than Newt there, but I had to give it up.
How come?
Well, I was too young and pretty, and a whore wouldn't let me alone.
Listening to you brag don't improve the taste of these Mexican strawberries none.
The only way to get better food around here is by shooting Bolivar. And another thing, Bolivar, I want you to quit whacking that dinner bell for supper. See, you can whack it at noon if you want to, but let off doing it in the evening. See, a man with any sense at all can tell when it's sundown without you whacking that bell.
General Robert E. Lee freed the slaves. I can't walk it if I want to.
It was Abe Lincoln who freed the slaves, Bob, not General Lee.
He didn't free Mexicans anyway, Bob. It was, Americans that he freed.
You're in over your head, Pete. It was a bunch of Africans Abe Lincoln freed. No more American than, Paul, you.
I'm American, by God.
Well, you was born in Scotland, as I recall. Well, you was still dragging on the tit when they brought you over here.
I reckon I'm as American as anybody from Tennessee.
Well, you boys can sleep easy tonight knowing Ranger Captain Woodrow F. Call is out there guarding the river. Keep you safe from Indians and Mexican bandits and...
What Indians? There ain't no Indians no more. We cleaned them all out of here.
Well, how about Blue Duck? Never got him.
No, we never got that half pretty.
Blue Duck ain't around here nowhere. His ranges, but farther north.
Well, then how come the captain goes to the river every night?
Oh, he just misses the wild old days around here when he had somebody to outwit, that's all.
I'll walk that bell if I want to.
What's the matter with that knife, Bo? Won't hold an inch?
It is like a wife. Every night, you better stroke it.
If that's the case, your wife over in Mexico must be getting pretty rusty by now. She don't get sharpened more than what? Twice a year, does she, Ball?
She is old, like you.
Well, the older the violin, the sweeter the music. You ought to bring her up here to meet me sometime.
No, I know you. You try to corrupt her.
Well, then how about one of your daughters? Hell, you got, what, 9 of them, ain't you? I don't see no scouts.
Just been a good night to slip over into Mexico, cross some stock.
Cross them and then do what with it?
It ain't against the law for you to work, Augustus.
Captain, next time you go over to Mexico, can I go? I believe I'm getting old enough now.
You get old quick, you keep sitting around all night, talking. Best go on to bed.
Still early, Captain.
You on to bed now, like I told you to. We got work tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Don't be so hard on that boy, Woodrow. Hell, let him sit a while. The only chance he got at education is listening to me talk.
What kind of education is that?
You think he'll learn more shoveling horse poop for you?
I shovel my share of it. It ain't hurt me none.
Well, Woodrow, it's fine with me if that's how you want to make your fortune. And I think I'll straggle down to that gin palace and see if I can't scare me up a card game. Now, you pigs, you don't wait up for me now. Evening, my good friend.
Ah, Mr. Gus, come in, come in.
Loan me $2, all right, Gus?
Well, why would I loan money to a loafer? You ought to be trailing cattle this time of year, Dave.
I'm leaving next week to do just that. Loan me $2, I'll pay you back in the fall, all right?
Evening, Laurie. Look fine. Real fine.
Listen, you boys, me and Lori are trying to talk here.
Dee, you sound like you got a sour stomach. Now, what you need is a good, satisfying game of cards. Ain't that right, Lippy?
Now, wait a minute. I didn't come in here to play no cards.
How about you, Wants? Put that rag away, let's play. Hell, the people who come in here wouldn't notice a dead skunk on the table, much less a few crumbs. Put you in a better mood, Dee. Ain't nothing else to do around here anyway, is there? Almost sunup.
How'd anybody pretty as her wind up in Lonesome Dove anyway?
There's a gambler named Tinker that left her here a couple of years ago. Before that, he'd had her sparking the boys over in San Antonio to pay his debt.
Damn him.
Oh, it was all right with her. She was a rat holding her tips on him, see, trying to save enough to get to San Francisco So then he found her hiding place, stole it all. So then she caught him drunk one night, tried to shoot him with his own pistol. He beat her a whack, black and blue for her trouble. Bit her lip, too. That's how come she got that scar, that little old scar. I kind of like her, don't you?
You been with her?
Sure, who ain't? Even Juan treats himself once or twice a week. Of course, she won't have nothing to do with Lippy at any price. Oh, here's that $2 you wanted to borrow, Dish. Go ahead, take it. I wouldn't want it said I'd refuse a loan to a friend.
Well, much obliged then. I'll pay you back in the fall.
No need to ride off tonight, Dish. Come on home with me now and throw your blanket on our front porch if you like.
Appreciate that. I do. Darn, I think I may have left something on the table in there.
Imagine that. It's all right with you, Dish. I won't wait.
Oh, no need. You go on.
All right, get from here, you pig. I ain't giving you no business, all right? Now go on. Get. Go on.
What's Dish Boggy doing on the front porch?
Well, sleeping unless you woke him. How's that horseback?
Oh, hell, I've been bit worse by bed bugs down in Saltillo.
You ought to let me pour some axle grease on it for you.
You tend your biscuits. I expect you've been setting up all night reading the good book.
Well, it's hard to have fun in a place like this, but I do my best. Biscuits are ready.
We come to this place to make money. There wasn't nothing about fun in the deal.
What are you talking about? You don't even like money. You like money even less than you like fun. If that's possible. Wake up, Newt. Poke yourself in the eye with your own fork.
See what happens when you keep him up all the night long talking.
Hurry, Pete.
Don't take a hacksaw to cut them eggs the way you frying them up there in coffee grounds, Ball. I don't care.
Hey, P.I., it's bad manners to go relieving yourself in the sound of people trying to eat their breakfast. Now, what was your mama think?
Morning.
Morning, Dish. Have you some bacon?
Thank you, Captain.
It's all right. You can work it off.
Work it on.
Hey, come look who's riding up the road.
It ought to be Dietz he's due back from the bank in San Antonio this morning, ain't he?
It's Dietz, all right, but he ain't alone.
That's Dietz, all right.
Who's the other?
God Woodrow. That's Jake Spoon.
Danged if you ain't right, Lord. How long?
10 years.
Well, howdy, boys. What's for breakfast? Yeah, you're too late. We done it.
You always was a hog, Gus. Captain, good to see you.
Where you been all these years, Jake?
Arkansas most recently.
From the looks of that horse, you's ready to hurry to get out of there, too.
Yeah, that's true enough. What you think, Cap? Didn't I find the prodigal?
You found him all right. Bet it wasn't in no church house.
P. It's been a long time.
Thank you, Jake.
This here's Dish Boggett. He just signed on with us.
I did?
Howdy, this Jake Spoon.
Howdy.
And who's this?
Don't you remember me, Jake? Used to buy me hard candy. Hey, you gave me my first ride of horseback.
My God, Well, if it ain't Newt. Little Newt.
I grown up, huh?
You sure have. He grew up good, Newt.
Thank you, Jake.
Woodrow makes sure he gets plenty of sleep.
Let's give his horse a good feed. I judge it's been a while since he's had one.
Yes, sir. Hey, didn't Dietz have that same cap before I left?
Well, you know Dietz, he ain't one to quit on a garment just 'cause he got a little age. We can't all be fine dressers like you, Jake.
Bill, you best get these two boys work digging that well.
Well, now, Captain, I don't...
You don't mind doing a little well digging to pay for your breakfast, do you, do you?
I guess so.
Old pistolero you got for a cook's been cleaning his gun on this towel.
Don't complain, there's worse things he wipes on it sometimes.
Where you been all these years, Jake?
Seeing the country. South Montana 2 years ago. Better land than never was, especially up there in the Milk River. You smell Canada in there.
I bet you can smell the Indians, too.
Yeah, well, it's worth it. See all the grass. Grass everywhere. You boys wouldn't believe it. Plenty of water, too.
I'd go today if I could sprout wings and fly.
Be safer to walk, see? Give somebody else time to lick the Indians before you get there.
Tell you this, the minute they are licked, there's gonna be fortunes made in Montana.
What are you saying, Jake?
I'm saying let's us get to it first. Find out some of them free cattle down here and drive them on up. Hell, we'd be rich in no time. Carl, it's cattle land like you never seen before.
Jake, if you ain't something, we ain't seen you in 10 years now. You come riding in here, want to pack up, go north, and get scalped.
Guess I don't remember you being afraid of a few Indians. We whooped them down here, didn't we? And hell, them was Comanches.
I don't remember you being no lover of cows, neither. Pretty whores, cards, clean shirts was more your line.
Yeah, but I can smell an opportunity when it's right under my nose.
What about that trouble up in Arkansas?
Damn mule skinner threw down on me in a saloon, shot back at him with a buffalo gun, and killed the dentist. A pure accident, but I killed him.
He just standing in the wrong place, huh?
No, actually, he was outside walking down the street. The plank wall won't stop no 50 caliber bullet.
But a dentist will.
Dropped him dead. It's bad luck all around.
Well, nobody likes a dentist anyway.
This one was the mayor. Worse yet, his brother's the sheriff. Young fellow named July Johnson was out of town at the time.
They wouldn't hang you for an accident, not even in Arkansas.
See, now they don't take much shine to gamblers. I wasn't going to wait around to give them the option. Good to see you boys. Hardly thought to find you still here after all these years.
Well, ain't nothing changed much around here since you left, Jake.
Little Newt sure surprised me. I guess I had in mind he was still just a spud. What about Maggie?
Maggie's been dead 9 years, Jake.
9 years. I swear. You've had little Newt all this time.
Wasn't a whole lot of people scrambling to adopt a dead whore's child, Jake. Is that right, Woodrow?
Hell, Leach, it ain't a holiday. Let's see if we can't help them boys out there.
I swear.
It was only the Christian thing to do, see? Taking him into me. After all, one of you boys is most likely his dad.
to you.
Hello, Peach.
Where'd you get the rooster, Pete?
It's my rooster, but he keeps running off. July, when do you aim to start after that murderer, Jake Spoon?
Well,
He'll get over to Mexico or somewhere. You sit around here much longer, like you've been doing.
the thing is, Peach, and everybody pretty much agrees it was an accident.
That rooster. Benny was my husband and your brother and the mayor of this town. Now that ought to stand for something, July.
Well, it does,
You're the
Peach.
sheriff, ain't you? It's what you get paid for, ain't it?
Well, that's true, but you can't get me.
Never should have married that woman with the little boy, July. Remember, I warned you about that?
What's that got to do with this, Peach?
I think you'd rather stay home than do your duty, July. That's what I think.
Oh, no, I never said I wasn't going after him.
Rooster! Guess that'll teach him to peck me. Well, July, what about Jake Spoon?
I expect to find him down around San Antonio somewhere, Peach. I hear he has friends there.
You catch him, you hear me?
I will, Peach. Don't worry.
Now let's see how you like the cook pot.
Them friends of Jake Spoon. They're two of the most famous Texas Rangers that ever lived. You know that?
I don't suppose you have a sporting woman in this town, do you?
Are you so rich that's all you can think about?
I can think about it, rich or poor.
Now get from here, you pigs. Go hunt you up another snake or something. Now go on. Get! Well, sit down, Jake. Let's talk.
Folks that keep pigs ain't no better than farmers. I'm surprised that you and Cole figured at least stay cattle after we quit rangering.
I thought you'd own a railroad by now, too, Jake. Or at least a whorehouse. I guess life's been a disappointment to us both.
I mean, I've made no fortune, but by God, I never said a word to a pig, neither.
In all your world travels, Jake, you didn't run across Claire nowhere, did you?
She's still married to that horse trader, Bob Allen, if that's what you're asking.
You did see her then?
Just for a minute, outside a store in Ogallala. Bob was with her, so I wasn't asked for supper.
Any young'uns?
2 girls, I believe. Heard her boys died.
How'd she look?
Not as pretty as she once was. But hell, it's been 15 years since we courted.
Nebraska, huh?
I went by there on my way to Montana. Bob's close to rich, did you know that? Army gets most of its horses from him.
First he gets Clara, then he gets rich. I gotta imagine that. And him so dumb he could hardly walk through a door without bumping his head. Don't seem fair, does it? Stop digging when you get to China. You'll know it when you get there, because all the men will be wearing pigtails.
You hadn't loaned me that $2, I'd be halfway to Matagorda by now.
You're welcome, D. No need to thank me. Want some help?
Not from you, I don't. Where's Jake?
Catching a nap.
He ain't changed a bit, has he?
Well, you're one to talk. When's the last time you changed? Still breaking horses when there's plenty of gentle ones in this world.
I never seen a more intelligent filly. You just look at the way she's watching.
Well, she ain't watching you 'cause she loves you.
Gus,
What?
why not go up to Montana? To Cattleman's Paradise to hear Jake tell it.
Sounds like a damn wilderness if you ask me. And we're a shade old to start fighting Indians all over again, don't you think?
I mean it, Gus. Why not just go north with the herd?
I tell you what, you ride on up there, clear out the Indian, build a little cabin, get a nice fire going in the fireplace, and me and Jake will gather a herd and then we'll come on up.
I'd like to see the herd that you and Jake could get. A herd of horse, maybe.
Well, you ain't no more a cattleman than I am, Carl, and you know it too.
I want to do it, Gus. I want to see that country. Boy, the bankers and lawyers all get it.
Hey, you boys got any water flowing yet?
It's flowing out of me. I figure I lost about 2 gallons already.
Well, quit work. Catch a little rest. We're going to Mexico tonight.
I got it, brother.
Where you off to looking so pretty?
Oh, I just thought I'd take a stroll since we got the afternoon off.
Deets, what do you do once you get over in Mexico?
Oh, we ride around in the dark for a while. We strike on some horses and cows, and then we steal them.
It's like the Mexican stole from over here somewhere.
Oh.
Great. Come on in here, son. Anybody's been digging a well in the seat deserves a drink. I'm just the man to buy it for him.
Well, thanks anyway.
Look at the captain. Gonna run her out now. Gonna show whose horse she is.
Deets, do you think the captain's gonna let me go tonight?
You sure in a hurry to get shot at?
Any more horseback?
You quit pulling on that jug. I want you sober tonight.
Well, speaking of sober, there's somebody who ain't.
Leave me alone, Drake. Go away. I want to see Lord. All right. I'll walk off by myself, Jake.
Fish!
Well, hello, Captain.
What in the hell happened to you?
I wish I could say.
Well, why can't you say?
I don't believe I can remember.
Jake, you put him up to this?
Hell no, Captain. I found him outside behind the alley there trying to see how fast he could drain a bottle.
Best shall not have a man with me, can't do his job.
Oh, I can ride, Cap. I can ride. Ain't nothing sitting on a horse.
Better not fall off, Deesh, or the Mexicans will get you.
You men want supper, you best go get it. We'll leave at sundown. Newt,
Yes, sir.
you best go saddle your pony too, I reckon.
Well, that old Mexican thinks it's the 4th of July. I'll give him a whip of firecrackers.
That's a foolish thing to do, Jake. Now, you might have hit the house instead of old Bolivar. No wonder you're on the run.
Evening, Joe.
Evening.
How's your mama been today?
She was sick again this morning for a while.
Don't you slosh that milk, Joe.
I'm home.
Supper's on the table.
Joe said you were feeling poorly again this morning.
It's living in this town that does it.
You want some buttermilk?
No, sir. If he wants buttermilk, he can get it himself. You don't have to wait on him hand and foot.
I've been thinking. Maybe I better go on and catch Jake Spoon.
Do what?
Catch Jake Spoon for killing Benny.
Now, why would you want to do that? It was an accident, as everybody with any sense knows.
Well, I know that.
Peach been bullying you again, is that it? Wipe your lip, July. Joe, run fetch a bucket of water. We only been married 5 months. Now you want to ride off to God knows where, and all because of Peach.
Well, it's my job, Ellie. That's what I get paid for. If I start now, I expect I'd be back in a month.
Well, maybe you should at that, July.
Yeah, I think I should, Ellie.
Take Joe with you.
Take Joe. Well, Ellie, he's just a boy. There could be a fight.
Why, I doubt anybody'd shoot a boy, even in Texas.
I was thinking maybe I'd take Roscoe.
No, you take Joe with you. He's got to grow up sometime. It won't hurt him to see the world.
Well, I don't know, Ellie.
Well, I know. I'll go tell him.
Here. Better to have that. It's not needed than it is needed to not have it.
Pigs guard the place while we're gone, you hear?
My, they put a gun on it, ain't they? Wouldn't be surprised if you make you boss of this outfit tomorrow.
Oh, you better hope not, Dietz. The first thing I do is cut your wages, joshing me all the time.
big camp is just a couple miles over that ridge, Captain.
Some people might think it's foolish to try and steal horses from Pedro Flores. Hell, he's only got the best armed 100 vaqueros in northern Mexico.
They're spread all around. Most of them can't shoot anyhow.
Well, most of this crowd can't either. Look at Dee, she's still about half drunk. Dude ain't ever spilled blood.
I swear, Gus. You argue with a possum.
Be easy to argue with you, Woodrow.
How many you figure?
I'd say 40 or 50 head.
Speak up, Gus. Talk a little louder, and them vaqueros probably bring the horse up here to us. Of course, they'll be riding them and shooting their pistols off at us.
We'll split up.
Get ready to jump some gullies, boys.
Captain, what is it? I hear singing. White folks singing. White folks. You hear anything?
Well, yes, I do. I hear something, but sounds like a bird.
Bird, hell, these wouldn't stop no bird.
No, sir, I guess he wouldn't.
Two of them. They got a donkey and a mule. Now, that don't make no sense at all. Irishman. When did Pedro Flores go to hire an Irishman?
Oh, whiskey made me pawn me clothes, and whiskey gave me a broken nose. Whiskey, oh Johnny, oh, rise up from down below. Whiskey, 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 oh, open up this jar must go, John. Rise up from down below.
I say with the donkey, Alan. What else are you gonna do with the donkey?
Teach it to sit on its arse and eat sugar cubes. That's what else.
You men just hold steady there.
Murderers, Alan! Murderers! You do it, yeah!
I believe that mule's hobbled, son. That's why his legs won't work.
He's me brother, but smart he ain't. I'm Alan O'Brien, and that would be young Sean there on the mule.
Sir.
Newt, you run get the horses.
Yes, sir.
You men know where you are?
Well, we ain't in Ireland, I know that much.
No.
But could you tell me how far we might be from Galveston, sir?
Galveston? Hell, this is Mexico, boys. And worse, the part you're standing on belongs to Pedro Flores. He finds you here, he'll hang you sure.
Hang us?
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Guston got the horses.
Boys best pack up and go with us.
We're packed.
We're being chased?
I don't doubt it. Jake shooting off his pistol like a darn fool.
Head for home!
Bunch of horses coming this way from the river, Captain. Big bunch.
Pedro Flores and his boys?
Yes, sir. I believe so.
No wonder we ain't been chased. While we was over here in Mexico stealing foraging horses, hell, he was back in Texas stealing some others.
That's it.
Tell you what, we'll run straight at him, turn his herd in with ours, and kick for the river.
Be a good joke on that old bandit.
You two ain't a pair.
Hang on to your head, Harvey.
Anda, caballo.
¿Qué es eso?
Not bad for a night's work. More than 100 horses and 2 lost irons.
All we need now is cattle. A few more cowboys help drive them north.
Ain't been here but a day and already you boys make a damn horse thief out of me.
Well, that's a step up for you, ain't it, Jake?
Let's get them horses hid in that thicket up there.
Don't even want your breakfast first, Woodrow. I could kick you for giving him all them ideas about Montana. Now we're gonna suffer for the rest of our damn lives.
Yeah, I forgot how determined he can get once an idea takes root. Listen, how about loaning me a couple dollars, all right?
A little early in the day to go wiggling your bean, ain't it, Jake?
For whiskey in a tub, that girl wouldn't take money from a gentleman like me.
That's because you don't really know you yet.
I told Roscoe to give you a hand if you need help with anything.
I can do my own shoring. This ain't exactly a cotton plantation we're running here.
Well, you ready, Joe?
Yes, sir, I reckon.
Well, give her a kick and let's go.
Roscoe! Roscoe Brown!
Morning, Pete. Hello, Charlie.
I thought July told you to look after Elmira.
Well, she said she don't want no looking at.
We just got back from the cabin and she's gone. Did you know that?
Gone? Gone where?
Maybe on that whiskey boat that left the other day.
You mean she left town? Well, why would Elmira do a thing like that?
Well, who knows a woman like her? Maybe got her another man somewhere.
But she's July's wife.
And she's gonna have a baby, too.
A baby? July never said nothing about no baby.
I doubt she ever told him, but I know she is. I seen her with the morning sickness.
God. On a whiskey boat?
July ain't got the sense God gave a turkey, or he never would have married that woman in the first place. You best go find him and tell him his wife's run away.
Well, July's gone to Texas, Peach. He left 6 days ago.
Well, surely you can find Texas, Roscoe.
I can find Texas, but how do I find July?
Now listen, Roscoe. She ain't hardly worth it, but July dotes on that woman. He's gonna want to find her before she gets up there somewhere and gets scalped by the Indians. Now you see to it, you hear? Or you'll be the one gets blamed.
All right, Peach. I don't know nothing else to do.
Come on, Charlie. Don't stand in the sun like you ain't got no sense.
Here, give me a pull on that.
Sweet little thing.
Oh, Mary. Sure is a pretty thing, ain't she?
Pass it over here.
Oh, you mine.
Look at
See that, did you?
What was it about?
About you.
About me?
You're the only woman we got. If here, he would have taken advantage of the fact. Won't now, though, eh? No, you took a chance getting on a boat with a bunch of men like us.
You the one that done it?
Big Sway. He done it. He fancies you. Says he's gonna marry you.
He can't marry me. I'm already married. Fact is, I'm going up to Ogallala to find my husband. Maybe you heard of him. D-Boo?
Big Sway, he likes you. He's gonna marry you.
Well, you go tell him I already got a husband.
Give me a hand over here. Here we go. Over with.
You go tell him yourself.
Come on, dude.
Have another one, boys.
Watch that. Cut that one over there. Get back over
How'd you do?
About 50 head of steers.
No trouble with Flores.
He's dead.
Dead.
Got one of his vaqueros, said old Pedro. Died about a week ago.
What'd he do, choke on a pepper?
Just died. That's all.
I didn't know you liked that old bandit so much.
I didn't say I liked him. I expect him to die, I guess.
Well, he was a rough old cob, I'll say that for him.
Fun's all over down here for sure now, ain't it?
Fun? What would you know about fun, Woodrow? You never had no fun in your whole darn life. Fun is my department. And now that you're back, I think I'll ride into town, see if I can't scare me up a little bit of it.
We got enough to do right here without you riding off to town.
I'm just trying to keep everything in balance, Woodrow. You do more work than you got to, so it's my obligation to do less.
Where the hell's he going?
Well, hello there, Jasper. I ain't seen you in a while.
Is that girl in there gone and got married or what? Every time I jingle my money, she'd give me a look like she was ready to carve my liver. Never was but one thing worth doing in this town anyway. Now a man can't even do that. I hear you and Carl are raising a herd.
Well, you're about half right. Paul is.
You still taking on hands?
Well, I imagine you find a place for you, Jasper. You don't look like you eat too much. He's with a herd about 5 miles yonder way.
Lower darling.
Lippy? You and me. How about a poke?
I'm with Jake now, Gus. You know that.
Yeah, I do know that, honey. The minute I saw Jake riding up the road to Lonesome Dove, I knew you and him were settling together. But Carl finally got him to do some work this afternoon, so there ain't no reason you shouldn't sell me a poke.
I just told you the reason. Jake takes care of me now.
Jake Spoon's never take care of nobody in his whole life. Truth is, he always finds somebody to take care of him. Used to be me and Carl. Now it's you. Ain't that right? You aim to marry him?
We ain't talked about it. He's taking me to San Francisco, though.
Think so, huh?
He promised I mean to hold him to it.
Jake's slippery like a needle. My guess is he'll use a cattle drive to leave you once the time comes.
Well, if Jake's going on the drive, then I'm going too.
Now, you'd be welcome as far as I'm concerned, but Carl ain't very tolerant of women.
I guess I can go where I want. It's a free country, ain't it?
Well, not if you work for Woodrow Carl, it ain't. I tell you, I give you $50 for the poke.
$50?
I'll give you $50.
Even if you had $50, Lippy, the answer would still be no.
I tell you what, let's cut cards. Now, if you're high, you win the $50. Forget the poke. Now, if I'm high, I'll still give you the $50, but I get the poke. All right?
What about Jake? I thought he was your good friend.
I ain't trying to cut Jake out. I just want a poke. You might need the $50.
You cheated, didn't you?
Well, I wouldn't say I did, I wouldn't say I did, but I will say this. A man who wouldn't cheat for a poke don't want one bad enough. Come on, darling.
For the red becomes the silent twilight. Evil from the gray rock comes.
It's a lucky herd, ain't it? Got a fine Irish baritone to sing to him.
He sings too sad to suit me.
Well, hello there, Jake. Wait till I eat the stew. I help you down from your horse.
I ain't getting down. Hand me up a plate, I'll eat on my way to town.
Jake, you sound plumb grumpy. I guess one day's honest work don't agree with you. Or is it just any work at all? Oh.
You're one to talk. Where you been all afternoon?
I was playing a hand with Lori. Poor girl thinks you're taking her to San Francisco.
I don't see where that's any business of yours. I guess you'll go where I say go. Or get left behind, one.
Yeah. Why don't you bring her on a drive?
On a drive?
Yeah. Be a safer way to travel than you two just striking out on your own. Especially through Indian country.
Call never allow no woman in camp and you know it.
Call ain't God. Or you Woodrow. Wait! I was just telling Jake here you ain't God. You ain't, are you?
Couple more good drags through Mexico, we'll be able to start up the trail on Monday. How does that suit you, Jake?
Don't need to suit me, Cole. I don't know that I feel like bumping around with these cows no more anyway.
Does that mean you ain't going on the drive with us?
Jake's got his own fancies to cultivate. It don't mean a thing to him that he's caused all this.
I don't see that I caused anything.
Now, who was it said Montana is a cowman's paradise?
Well, it is. You know the country, Jake. We're counting on you to be along to help choose the way.
Well, I ain't decided for sure yet.
Well, that's fine, Jake. You let us know when you do.
I will.
Gringo. Think you'll go with us?
I tell you what I do think. I think Jake's always been too leaky a vessel for anybody to put much hope in. You want to count, Jake?
What's wrong, Sean? I miss my mother. Back in Ireland? Well, don't worry. I'm sure you'll see her again someday.
No, she died before me and my brother left home. Otherwise, I'd still be there.
Mine died too, you know.
You miss her? Like I've been missing mine?
Sometimes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do miss her.
What about your pa?
I don't know nothing about him.
Me pa was a drunkard. He fell down a well and drowned it. He only came home when he had a mind to beat me and Alan anyway.
At least you knew who he was.
Ah, it's me ma I miss.
Don't go up there with him, please. Don't.
I have to.
Her name's Sandy. She's my bathed in the river.
Want me to fill you a tub?
Maybe later. What was old Gus up to all afternoon? He didn't come back till sundown.
He was here a while. He offered me $50.
Gus always was a fool with his money.
I turned him down, though. I told him I was with you now.
I reckon he got his poke. If I'm wrong, you can hit me back.
We cut cards for it. And I can't prove it, but I know he cheated.
I should have warned you about cutting cards with that old cud. It'd been anybody but him. I'd have shot you.
You going with the herd?
Ain't decided. They don't leave till Monday.
Well, you ain't planning on leaving me here. If you do go, are you? Jake?
All them cowboys in love with you? Hell, I'd have to kill half of them before we got to the Red River if I was to take you along.
They won't bother me. Gus is the only one with enough guts to even try it.
Yeah. He'd want to cut the cards twice a day.
I'm going with you, Jake. Whether you go on the drive or not. I'm going with you when you leave.
Well, maybe we'll go up to San Antonio and gamble a spell. We can do that.
I've already been to San Antonio. I don't want to go back.
Ain't you the hard one to please?
No, I ain't. I just want to go to San Francisco. Like you promised me. Well, that'd please me just fine.
Well, I ain't gonna run off and leave you, Lori. That's what you think.
I know you ain't, Jake.
Morning.
Morning.
You're up awful early.
Jake, let's leave today.
Today?
Go and buy me a horse, will you? One that's not too tall. Here's $50.
This Gus's money?
It was.
Well, I bet a nickel. You girls get ready to shed a tear or two.
I ain't afraid of you.
I ain't scared neither. How about you, Jasper?
Speak up, Jasper. You gonna play cards or just sit there looking ugly?
What's he gonna do with that thing?
That's supper. Ball will make a good stew with that.
I ain't no rattlesnake.
Well, I guess these don't want no snake supper neither.
Hey, it's Jake. Miss Lorena.
Lori, darling. That's a fine-looking horse you're riding.
Jake bought her for me. From Mary Pumphrey.
Well, I'm surprised she'd sell her.
Well, I had $50 to spend, Gus.
Money well spent, Jake. Both times.
Howdy, Call.
You never met Miss Lorena Wood, did you, Woodrow?
No, we've not met. Well, Jake, I see you've made your decision.
Yes, we've decided to try our luck in San Francisco. I believe we'll enjoy the cool weather.
It's a hard trip.
Oh, Jake ain't one to be put off a hardship, Woodrow. You know that.
We hope to ease along with you boys as far as Denver, if you don't mind.
Free country, Jake. Do as you please.
Guess we'll find a ridge to camp on. Somewhere upwind from these stinking beasts of yours. See you boys on the trail somewheres. All right.
Woodrow, let's go on and go if we're going.
Oh, you mean now? I was thinking of making another run to Mexico before we left.
The hell, we got enough cattle to stock 5 ranches. Now let's go on and go if we're going, all right?
All right, you boys check your gear. We'll be leaving first light in the morning.
Let's go now. Pack it up and move it out.
Captain, how far is it up north?
Well, up north ain't a place, Ned. It's a direction. And where we're going is about 2,500 miles that way.
2,500 miles?
Now, where are you off to?
I forgot something. Now, if I ain't back in a month, you girls go on and start without me. Pigs take care of the place. It's all yours now. Nobody else. I see the morning rush ain't started yet.
It will never start again. Not ever again.
Don't take it so hard, Xavier. There's plenty of whores. Ride up to San Antonio and recruit you another one.
I would have given her money, bought her clothes. I love her.
Why, hell, we all love her, every darn one of them. You know that.
Yes. But I would have married her.
If it helps any, it's my opinion she made a poor bargain. Going with Jake Spoon.
Thank you.
Well,
goodbye, my fine friend.
Goodbye to you, my good friend.
What are you doing in my wagon? Jumped off the roof, and here's where I landed.
Well, you better jump back up there then, because this wagon's going to Montana.
Yes, sir, and I am too. Piano playing's finished around here.
Well, we got 2 Irishmen and a bunch of addle-brained cowboys. I guess we could always use a man who wears a chamber pot on his head. Come on, mules! Funny, ain't it? All them cattle and 9/10 of the horses are stolen. And yet you was once respected lawman.
How many heads do you think we starting out with?
Oh, about 2,600 cattle and 2 pigs.
That's a dang stupid thing to do, bringing that old sign along. You'll have us a laughing stock of this whole country with that we don't rent pigs part.
Well, we don't rent pigs. And I figure it's better to say it right up front, because a man that does like to rent pigs he's hard to stop.
And if that ain't bad enough, you got all them Greek words on there, too.
I told you, Woodrow, a long time ago, it ain't Greek, it's Latin.
Well, what does it say, that Latin?
Well, it's a motto. It just says itself. Jovarum feet, Jovarum double feet, whatever.
You don't have no idea what it says. You found that in some old book or something. For all you know, it invites people to rob us.
Well, first man comes along that can read Latin is welcome to rob as far as I'm concerned. I'd like the chance to shoot at an educated man once in my life.
Jake, stop that!
I didn't hit you, did I? I was shooting at the turtle.
You're lucky you hit the river's trucks, you are. How's your thumb?
All this over little old mesquite thorn. Ain't that so? Ow!
It's made you sick, Jake.
I know I got such a fancy for you. Come on down here with me. Come on. Come on.
Why don't I make you a pot of coffee instead?
I'll do this.
I'm Dietz. Captain sent me ahead to scout a good place to cross the herd. Mr. Jake napping, huh?
He's got a mesquite thorn in his hand. It's made him sick.
I better take a look. Mesquite thorns. Bad poison.
Dietz? Where'd you come from, Dietz? We're all right now, Lori. Dietz will see us through.
Full of fever. I'm gonna dig this stick out of you.
I'd soon cut off my hand and have you dig around there with that.
Oh, no, you wanna keep your hand. I might need you to shoot a bandit. One gets after me. Oh! You two best cross the river to the other side and make your camp. Gonna come a storm tonight. Be harder to cross tomorrow.
Oh! A storm, you say?
When it hit about sundown, blowing sand and then lightning. Don't tie your horses to no trees.
Jake's gonna want to rest up here a while.
He can rest on the other side. I help you cross.
Get it! Darn little thorn.
Now you can be shuffling them cards again.
Oh.
All right, miss. Let's get you packed and across the river. I gotta get back to that herd before that storm come whooping in here.
All right.
You sorry you're on this trip, miss?
It's gonna be a lot harder than I thought. I can already see that.
Well, I believe you're up to it, ain't you?
I'm gonna have to be if I want to make it to San Francisco.
Well, Woodrow, here's where we find out if we was meant to be cowboys, I reckon. Good.
It would be a lot easier if you was to get out from there. You know it?
Maybe he's stuck too! Find my gun. I don't stick him. LHC boys got that wagon unstuck yet?
Not yet, Captain.
Lose anybody?
Everybody's fine. Except I ain't seen Mr. Gus nowhere.
Well, I seen him ride off yonder way. Right after the sun come up this morning. He probably went off someplace to hunt for his jug. How about the cattle?
I figure we lost 20, maybe 25.
Could have been a lot worse. Ain't no point in getting too clean, boys. You'll be neck deep in the New Oasis River before dark.
That's fine with you, ain't it, Lippy? You could use a good wash.
How many rivers would there be between here and where we're going?
Oh, I don't know. There's a bunch, I bet, though. Yeah, I be wishing we'd go around them. Yeah, that suit me all right, too. I crossed an ocean. I don't know why I'm feeling afraid to be crossing a river.
Gus!
Found your horse.
She got away last night in the storm.
So I see. Here you go, darling. Ooh. I don't see young Jake around nowhere.
He rode off a minute ago. Gonna track my horse.
Track your horse? Hell, he couldn't track an elephant if he's on to its tail, see? So, I best call him back before he gets lost himself. What you got here? I bet you got some coffee boiling in that pot.
I do.
I swear, Lori, you're as pretty as the morning. I guess traveling agrees with you. If you get any prettier and I may be forced to cut the cards with you again.
I'll do the shuffling next time. I don't trust you.
Who invited you to breakfast?
Uh-oh. Jake, you never was grateful for nothing. Here I return a $50 horse you couldn't have found in a week, and all you can do is gripe about my company.
There's such thing as too much of your company, Gus.
Jake.
I swear, Jake, are you jealous?
Why wouldn't I be when you try to poke every woman I ever even looked at?
Well, Jake, as much as I'd like to stay and discuss all the loves you've lost to me, I'd best be getting on back to the herd. Thanks for the coffee, Lori. Good idea to keep that mare hobbled at night. She was on her way back to Lonesome Dove when I found her.
I reckon I can hobble a horse without you telling me.
Well, that's good to know, Jake.
Pack up, we're going to San Antonio for a while.
San Antonio?
Good gambling town. Won't hurt us to stop for a week. We'll catch up with the herd later.
Jake, I already told you I ain't going to San Antonio. I already been there.
Don't fuck me! I guess you'll go where I say go.
Not to San Antonio, I ain't.
Darn it! I wanted to gamble a little bit between here and Denver.
Go on and gamble if you want to gamble then. I never said you couldn't. Just ain't going with you.
What? Just leave you here?
Sure, why not?
Because Gus will be riding over here every morning wanting to teach you card tricks, that's why not.
Well, that's true, he might.
What was Jake up to?
Oh, Jake's just up to being Jake. It's a full-time job, you know.
Yeah, it takes a woman to help him with it too, don't it? I'm gonna get some of the boys downstream, keep the cattle from scattering. Dates you and this, just these old dogs off down there, real gentle. I believe the cattle follow along all right.
Well, old dog won't be no trouble. He's like me.
You mean lazy?
I mean mature. He don't get excited about little things like crossing the river no more than I do.
Well, you don't get excited about nothing except biscuits, maybe.
You bet.
And whores.
Mm-hmm. He's over at the camp, huh? Yeah, me and Miss Lorena always take our coffee together of a morning, you know.
I hope the weather didn't treat her too bad last night.
No, she's fine, just fine.
Good. That's good.
Yeah, we visited the better part of an hour about various things, and people. Okay. Oh, I can't recall if she ever did mention you, did she?
Look at them pigs swim. Hey, it mustn't be too bad, huh, Sean? I'll go first. All right? All right. Come on, Mouse. That a boy, Mouse. That a boy. Come on over, Sean. Try it. It's even fun. Come on, bye. Water moccasins!